There are more than 12,300 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Maryland. 463 people have died. The coronavirus has taken the life of a Baltimore City employee. The governor's executive order to wear a face mask in public now went into effect. Stetson Miller has more on the latest impacts of this pandemic.
Maryland is continuing to see more coronavirus cases and deaths, but the good news, there were slightly fewer cases than on Friday. There are now more than 12,300 reported coronavirus cases in the state and 463 deaths related to the virus. That's an increase of over 700 cases, but a slight decline since Friday. Today, a new executive order from Governor Hogan went into effect to try to further prevent the spread of the virus. All Marylanders are now required to wear face masks when in stores and on public transit.
This is really another important step in our immediate efforts to protect public health and safety.
Many shopping at the Giant in Hampton today said they felt like it was an appropriate step to take.
I think it's an awesome idea to try to keep the virus down.
Washing your hands or putting on clothes when it's cold. It's the same thing we do anytime to preserve our own health.
But others are ready to reopen the state now. A group called Reopen Maryland took to the streets of Annapolis in their cars, honking their horns and expressing their concerns about the impact of the shutdowns. Also on Saturday, the first COVID-19 death of a Baltimore City employee was reported. The city said Michael Baptiste, a contract services employee in human resources at the police department, died Friday as a result of the virus. In a statement, Commissioner Michael Harrison said this is a terrible loss to the BPD as we have lost a true hero. His commitment to the citizens of Baltimore, which spans over 4 decades, will never be forgotten. And the executive order calls for everybody to wear something that covers both their nose and mouth, and it can be a mask or bandana. In Hampton, Stetson Miller for WJZ.
On the other side of social distancing are angry protesters who want Maryland businesses to reopen. Similar arrangements have happened across the country. Max McGee has more on the protests this weekend in Annapolis.
Health experts warn lifting restrictions could be detrimental. In Annapolis, there's a group calling on the governor to hear them loud and clear. The governor's mansion in Annapolis might be the loudest it's ever been in an era when we've all been ordered to stay home.
The young people are really affected.
The group Reopen Maryland has over 2,500 signatures on an online petition to reopen the state. They're concerned about the impact of mass shutdowns.
It's so sad to see all these small businesses being shuttered, and I think it's a decision for a personal business as to if they can open safely or not.
And my son-in-law may lose his business. It's closed, and I'm very concerned about all that.
Maryland schools are closed until mid-May as thousands of coronavirus cases across the state rise. Reopen Maryland says non-economically disruptive social distancing measures can be sufficient to control the spread of COVID-19. Katina Venuto, who's been a nurse for 45 years.
We can't wait for a COVID vaccine. We have to be smart on how we open, and slowly and gradually. And I think it's individual responsibility that will let us do it safely.
Governor Hogan says this is the worst possible time to reopen. This week, he issued an executive order for the public to wear face masks. Gatherings of more than 10 people are banned. For the people individually complying in their cars, they're looking to drive their point home to the State House sooner rather than later. 463 Marylanders have died from the coronavirus. Now, April 10th, Governor Hogan said there would be a $2.8 billion impact here in Maryland, making it the biggest economic depression most would see in their lifetimes. Back to you.